If it wasn't for her brother who had been killed, he would have liked to smash her brother into pieces. But regret is meaningless, otherwise, the Wu family would not be where it is today. Elder Wu looked at him and asked coldly, "Where is Yakina now?" Ragnar hurriedly said, "Dad, Yakina has kept herself in her room for this period of time, washing her face with tears every day." Wash face with tears? Elder Wu gritted his teeth. This woman, why don't you keep her out of the house? Do you have to wait until the entire Wu family is defeated by her before you wake up? Ragnar sighed in his heart and quickly explained, "Dad, Yakina can't be blamed for this incident. It is her brother who was not doing personnel affairs. She is a victim just like me." Snapped. No one thought that the weak old Master Wu directly slapped Ragnar. Elder Wu trembled with anger, and said coldly, Man, break when he is broken. If he is broken, he will suffer the chaos. Why could I make the Wu family great? Not only because I was more decisive than anyone when I moved forward, because I was more determined than anyone else when I stepped back. But you are worse. Not only do you don't have the courage of the gecko's tail and the strong man's broken arm, but you drag the stumps to work hard. You know, if you restrain yourself, not only you, but the entire Wu family will be harmed. Ragnar said embarrassedly, Dad, Yakina has been with me for so many years, how can I get her out of the house at this time? If it spreads out, how will others think of me and Wu's family? How will I be a person in the future? Elder Wu looked at him contemptuously, and snorted coldly, Do you think that if you don't drive her out, your reputation will not be damaged? The reputation of the Wu family will not be damaged? The world knows that Nanshan is your wife's younger brother. The whole world knows that he is your brother-in-law. The whole world knows that his beggar gang is running by your backing. And now he is dead. You still have that woman. The world will only scold you. Ragnar persevering. Ragnar was cheered by the scolding. Before that, he really didn't expect this layer. To say that he is strategizing and winning thousands of miles, he is 1,000 miles worse than Mr. Wu. Therefore, if Mr. Wu didn't name many things, he might not be able to realize it in his life. When he thought of this, he was already sweating coldly. It was only then that he realized what kind of bad influence it would bring to the whole family by keeping his wife at home. So he gritted his teeth and said to Mr. Wu, Don't worry, Dad, I will take care of this. Elder Wu slowly closed his eyes and let out a long sigh. It took a long time before he opened his eyes and said, Let's talk about it. What happened recently? Ragnar hurriedly told Elder Wu about all the things that happened during this period. After listening to this, Mr. Wu's face suddenly became extremely green. He looked at Ragnar and asked in a cold voice, A mere Changbai Mountain, a mere couple of father and son who collected ginseng in Changbai Mountain. For them you killed more than 20 people twice? Ragnar hurriedly explained, Dad, actually the second time, I wanted to ask the 8 heavenly kings to take action, but they told me that they only listened to your orders, but you did not wake up at that time. I had no choice but to first send someone over. Elder Wu slapped him again. Ragnar covered his face, but he dared not say a word. After slapped in the face, Mr. Wu said coldly, The father and son at the foot of Changbai Mountain are a pair of living people. What is the difference between snatching them back today and snatching them back next week and snatching them back next month? Did you snatch them back today, and they will die next week? If they die so easily, the opponent would not send so many people to guard them in the place where birds don't shit. In that case, what are you desperately anxious for? Ragnar clutched his blushed face, ashamed. At this time, he finally understood where he was wrong. His own strategy was correct. He must unite everything and treat his enemies' enemies as allies. Whether it is the Wei family father and son in Changbai Mountain, the Wilson family, or other people, they are all objects that they can unite. But the fault lies in his own fault. He should not rush it, and he should not mess up with military spirit. The enemy is there, and he won't be gone because you are a step late. Allies are there too, and he will not die because he is a step late. Why should he be so anxious? Sending people to Changbai Mountain twice failed twice, and more than 20 lives were lost there, all in vain. If he stayed calm, wait till now and wait till Dad woke up. Then Father would send the 8 heavenly kings, and he would surely win with one blow. Thinking of this, he was ashamed and said to Mr. Wu, "Dad, I was wrong. Your criticism is right. I will definitely correct it in the future." Elder Wu snorted coldly, "You have missed the best opportunity. Now you have personally done a very simple thing that has become very difficult." Speaking of Mr. Wu, he said again, "The first time is the easiest to attack the unprepared. If you are well prepared at that time, don't underestimate the enemy. You can also win at once and achieve your goal. However, because of your underestimation of the enemy, not only did you lose a few manpower, you also made the other party more vigilant against you, thus increasing the difficulty of this matter. Now, because of your second time underestimating the enemy and adventurously, your opponent will definitely be more fully prepared. In this way, the 8 heavenly kings may not be able to win absolutely." Ragnar hurriedly said, "Daddy, don't worry. With the strength of the 8 heavenly kings, as long as they take action, the other party will definitely be unable to resist." Elder Wu said coldly, "Who gave you this confidence? You made the mistake I mentioned just now. Don't underestimate the enemy so much.